Inside. Come on. Come on, go on over. That's it. Come on.
Already getting excited about it, so sometimes I also use a clicker. This is just a clicker like you could train dogs with at home. And they learned right from when they were very young that a click means they did something right, and they get mealworms. I'm interested in general in sound underwater and how underwater animals use sound. What you've seen today is some training for a hearing test. It's called a behavioral audiogram. So we needed to get the ducks to tell us when they hear a sound and when they don't. What the ducks are going to have to do is they're going to hear a sound, and then they're going to have to peck that target to tell us that they heard the sound. Then we can change the frequency and intensity of the sounds and see what they still hear and what they don't, and we can get an idea for their thresholds. So the sequence right now is the light goes on, the birds can peck. If they peck the right spot, the light goes off and this tone is played. So this tone is also telling them they pecked in the correct position at the correct time.
A little carried away.
The tone right now is just telling them that yes, they did peck in the right spot at the right time. Eventually that tone is going to change, and that'll become the tone for the hearing tests.
Alright, I'm going to put the white-winged scotas in the dive tank here, get them a little more exercise.
And those are mealworms we're throwing out. They hear best around 2 kilohertz, which is pretty reasonable for most birds. Most birds hear well in the 1 to 3 kilohertz range, similar to what we hear. They hear low sounds very well, I think, and the results of this will help me figure that out a little bit more. If the hearing's different underwater, then we can start to hypothesize, well, why would they hear differently underwater? Are they using sound to find prey, or to navigate, or to communicate with other birds under the water? What I'm really interested in is how are the sounds that we are putting underwater affecting animals living in the water? We don't know what effects that has on the animals living underwater until we know how they use sound. So this is a little bit of preliminary research trying to get at that question. Are there things we can do to prevent disturbing animals that live in the water? Can we play certain sounds underwater that warn them that construction is going to be done, that there's going to be a big blast, so they get out of the area before things like that happen?